If I hit this button, boom, the whole program's gonna start.
Okay, well, hit it.
All right.
Now, something completely different.
Smoke medical weed every day.
The following thoughts on Hoppe Hour represent Ryan Hoppe and past it. Listener discretion is advised.
Live from Tampa Bay, you are tuned in to Hoppe Hour.
He's the voice of a generation that got screwed by the baby boomers. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour starts in 4, 3, 2. Hoppe, Hoppe, Hoppe. This is Hoppe Hour with Hoppe.
Where we at?
Always going in, never doubt it. Never worry about the dollar. Need a source or trending topic. We the hottest, search about us. Competition microscopic, never copied. I'm a giant rolling weed up, now we flying. H-O-P-P-E. 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 You already know Hoppe Hour in your system.
This is Hoppe Hour. I'm your host, Ryan Hoppe, hanging out with you probably for 2 hours today. We're going to have a mix of talk radio, it's my Midwest accent, and 2000s throwback hip-hop. So it's going to be quite a good time. 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me. RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. I am recording in my top secret Hoppe Hour studios. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have on my TV, YouTube TV, NBA TV, and it says 22 days, 5 hours, and 17 minutes. Oh, now 16 minutes until tip-off for the NBA. Now, I live in Florida. I live in Tampa Bay. And when I worked in sports radio, 9% of the audience in Tampa Bay wants to hear about the NBA. So the NBA is not really popular here. When the Toronto Raptors were here in 2021 during the COVID season, nobody cared. You could only have 25% of the place filled up, and it was barely 25% of the place was filled up. You know what I'm saying? It was barely filled up. So I feel like I'm the one person in Tampa that cares about the NBA, but I am so excited. But I saw Klay Thompson in a Dallas jersey. Made me very, very sad. It made me so sad that I texted my boss, Rick Thomas, who's a Golden State Warriors fan, and his response was, ugh. And I felt that deeply. So today, I had to go to downtown Tampa to go to the courthouse to pay a ticket. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I slept over at a friend's house because I currently don't have air from Hurricane Helene. And to anybody who hasn't reached out to me that doesn't know yet, I'm okay. All my other friends seem to not be okay, but for some reason I'm okay. My car's fine. I don't have air in my place, so I've been sleeping at my friend's house. But I'm okay. Nothing really happened to me. I'm very grateful. But I've been staying at my friend's house in Tampa, and I was driving down Fletcher today, and I drive by a women's health clinic, and I never even knew it was a women's health clinic. It's just kind of like a pink building, which I guess would make sense for a place for women, but I never knew that it was a women's health clinic. And I was driving down the road on Saturday, and there were like 20 protesters, and it's for like anti-abortion or whatever. And first of all, in Florida, it's like 90 degrees out. It was a little cooler before the hurricane, but now it's hotter than ever. And all these people are wearing like long sleeve clothes. They're wearing like a farmer's hat, and they're holding up these signs. Now, I never have a problem with protesters. I think if you're mentally ill and you want to protest outside of a gay pride parade or outside of a sporting event or Comic-Con, you're allowed to. I don't mind the people on the megaphone that, go, oh, Jesus is going to come save the day. You better find out before you burn in hell. Like, they're just doing their thing. One time I saw a guy in downtown Tampa when I went to the Comic-Con in 2019. He said, if you watch porn, you'll burn in hell. And I took a picture next to the sign. Those type of protesters don't bother me. You know what does bother me? Whenever I drive by this abortion clinic, this women's health clinic, rather, I'll keep it classy, they're holding up posters that show before, and it's like the body in the womb, like before, and then after it shows guts. And I go, how much of a sick in the head sociopath do you have to be? Yeah, everybody knows that I don't believe in God. I think it's utter nonsense. But if you got to believe in it to get by in life, that's utterly fine. I don't care. But what drives me nuts is when I'm driving down the road and I'm seeing dead guts on a poster and there's nothing being done about it. And it's always like when I am driving home in the morning and I'm really tired, it takes me about 3 hours to wake up, and I get some caffeine, some kava, and I'm good to go. And I have this funny thing where until I sneeze 7 times, I'm not fully awake. And I hadn't even sneezed 7 times, and I'm driving down the road every time on Fletcher, and I'm seeing these posters, and I'm like, you guys are weird. You're not wearing shorts. You're not wearing short shirts. You're literally wearing long sleeve like you're in Cleveland or Rochester, New York, like some dump of a city. But no. You're literally in Florida. I'm going to be a little controversial real quick, but I think that if you are outside doing that, you're a little mentally ill. I'm not saying all religious people are mentally ill, because I went to my uncle's funeral 6-7 weeks ago, and everybody was Roman Catholic, and there's a purpose to it. I don't believe in any sort of God. I think once you're dead, you're dead. I don't think anything's looking out for you. I think you just need to do good things and put out good energy. I believe in that. But normal religious people, that's fine. But when you're, promoting dead guts on a poster, you're a scumbag. It was funny. Last night I was talking to my friend, and I was saying to them how in the 2000s, middle school dances were really weird. Now, somebody who was born in 91, 92, 93, 94, or 95, or 96 will probably relate to this the most. But back then, all the early twerking music was Lil Jon, Get Low. Brooke Hogan had the song About Us, Them Franchise Boys, Chingy, Ludacris, Promiscuous Girl. All these songs were being played at the 6th through 8th grade dance. And I thought about how weird it was. I don't know what it's like for Gen Alpha right now in high school and younger Gen Z that are in high school, if they're grinding at dances. But I'm telling you, 2006 through 8 was like the Wild West of being a teen, because you would have these school dances where girls are grinding on guys, and they're like 13, 14 years old, and they're literally grinding where it looks like they're having sex. Sometimes there would be 2 guys sandwiching a girl. I mean, the whole thing was utterly bizarre. And you look back on it and you go, I don't think that could exist now. Especially with social media, because this was like, flip phones. So the parents didn't know what the hell was going on. But now you'd be Facebook Living it or whatever, or putting it on TikTok. And the weirdest part about it was the teachers were like trying to like watch the dance, so they'd be up against the wall. And it had to be weird watching their students like literally essentially having sex in front of the teachers. It wasn't quite sex, but when I'm telling you the grinding was out of control, looking back on it, it was nuts. And the one funny part that I thought about last night when I was talking to my friend about the school dances in the 2000s, this is for people from 91 to 96. I'm sure people before were maybe grinding at school dances, but the 2000s, there were newspaper articles about grinding. Dr. Laura was talking about grinding on the radio. It was a problem because it was like pretty much simulated sex on the dance floor, like pretty much doggy position. But here's the thing that's really weird. Is I never had a girlfriend until I was 23, and I didn't lose my virginity until I was 21, 22-ish, my first girlfriend. Doesn't matter. 22, 23, same age. That's Ryan Hoppe with too much information. But I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I never had a girlfriend growing up. But there were a few girls, Sam Kurt, Jamie Tim, who felt bad that I was walking around a dance by myself. So while their boyfriends would go to get water or go to the bathroom, they would grind on me for like 4 minutes, and it was the best 4 minutes of my life. And then the boyfriend would come over, and it was almost like Bubba the Love Sponge type energy, like watching your girl with somebody else. And looking back on it, it's kind of weird. Like, I know being a cuck is like the new thing, and a lot of people like watching their significant others dancing or whatever. But for me, man, I think about that. I just find it not off-putting per se. There's nothing wrong with what people were doing, but that wouldn't exist now. It's very weird to think about things that existed back then. Like if you listen to old radio shows or music, everybody uses the R word or the word gay as an insult. I can tell if you're 40 plus on Reddit or Twitter, if you go, oh, they look so gay in that outfit. Me, I'm a zillennial. I was born between 92 to 96. So that means I can relate to older Gen Z and younger millennials. Like I can almost relate to older Gen Z more than like early 80s millennials. So I'm pretty woke on my gay rights. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the gallery, that I think it's just sad where the world has gone. It's absolutely, positively nuts. I don't know. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. Also, I'm going to let you guys know that we're going to do Hoppy's Inbox.
It's time for Hoppy's Inbox, only on Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Mm-hmm. Man, I've been getting a lot of hate online and a lot of love as well. And let's go over it real quick on Hoppe Hour. There was this guy named Joseph Cornier, 1719, and he's been commenting on all my videos, hating on me. And he says, congratulations, have fun playing radio star. Look out, Rogan, you'll be on top of the world in no time. Trying to say I'm not as big of a show as Joe Rogan. And you know what's funny? Joe Rogan literally began as a janitor in a way on the show News Radio. Everybody begins somewhere. And I'm going to tell you, one of my radio heroes and one of my close friends, Woody from The Woody Show out in L.A., when he first moved to L.A., everybody said in 2014, oh, you're not going to beat Kevin and Bean in the ratings. And now he's out in 55 cities. And he says harmless until motivated on his Twitter bio. And that was me recently. But now I'm bringing out my inner Woody by keeping all these receipts. Because, by the way, we have a new venture here on Hoppe Hour that I'm very excited to announce. We will be posting 1 or 2 shows a week on Patreon. So what I'm going to be doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the audience is exploding by the minute, and I can't wait to see the interaction. Here's how this is going to go. 1 show a week will be free. And then the other shows I do, I'll post like 15 or 20 minutes of the 2 hours, let's say, on Spotify. And then when you go to Patreon and search up Ryan Hoppe Radio, you can hear the full show. And because I don't show my face, I don't do videos, I won't be doing any video requests or anything per se on Patreon, but I'm very excited to create content for you guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Now, this has been Ryan Hoppe's opening monologue. I could easily right now play a song and then do my commercial read and then come back. But this headline right here really pisses me off, and I want it to be in the beginning of the show so everybody hears it, even though 85% of my show is consumed, so everybody listens to most of the show. But I want to make sure each and every one of you hear me rip into this despicable Facebook group, this sexist Facebook group, this group that if a man was doing it,
Happy Hot Topic!
if a man was doing this group, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we would have a problem. But when women do it, oh, we're just, being feminists.
News 5 at 6 starts now.
It's a he said, she said playing out on social media in Facebook groups all across the country. There are thousands of people vetting their next date in a group called Are We Dating the Same Guy? The idea is to provide a safe space to share dating experiences. News 5 anchor Tessa DiTiro sits down with a Northeast Ohio man who feels the sharing in these groups has gone too far.
Can you imagine if men did that? Are we dating the same girl? Everyone's like, yeah, she uses teeth. Yeah, she's kind of obnoxious. Yeah, she'll hit you up all day long. Come on now.
This is how a typical conversation begins on the Facebook group, Are We Dating the Same Guy? This is a screenshot of a post from the Cleveland, Akron, Canton page. The group has more than 55,000 members. This picture shows a dating profile set up by Matthew Napier. The anonymous poster asks, anyone? Waiting for the tea to spill.
Yeah. Can you imagine if I did that with like a girl I'm dating? I'm like, hey guys, any of you sleep with her?
It's just a big bash fest pretty much. And that's pretty regular in that group.
Matthew Napier sat down with me to share his experience being reviewed more than once in several of these groups where he was called pushy, creepy, and even weird.
And this guy is very well dressed. And I know you can be a creep while being well dressed, but a lot of times you will go on a date and a girl doesn't like your vibe and she feels like, oh, I listen to Taylor Swift all day. Men are the worst. Ugh.
She made it sound like I was a danger to people with the terminology that she was using. And then people started ridiculing me. They started making fun of me.
The group rules are clear. Do not take screenshots or share any information outside of the group. Don't share personal info, phone numbers, family members, or employment information. Stating the group is about protecting women, not judging men.
Oh, but when you're writing critiques of the man, that's the definition of judging.
Napier contends in his case, those rules weren't followed.
They looked at my LinkedIn and they saw my previous employer and they looked it up who the head of HR was. And
that is when you are a despicable loser. I don't care if you were a 10 out of 10 woman, you got a great body, great personality, and let's say, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you can cook. I'm not saying that's all you need from a woman, but I don't care if you're a catch. If you are contacting the HR, can you imagine if a man did that? You'd be calling it stalking. Hey, Carol didn't put out on Saturday and she egged my car, and you called the job, you would be deemed a creep. You would be deemed a Me Too person. But when women do it, oh, we're justifying our sexuality or whatever nonsense you say.
And then they posted her information, her phone number and her email address, and told everyone to call.
Can you see the other side? Can you see the idea that this was created to weed out a bad dating?
Of course the woman reporter has to try to defend this despicable group. Ladies out there that are listening to this clip, that are watching it on YouTube, you want to call me 856-49-HOPPE, tweet at me, email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com, RYANHOPPE radio. Would you be okay with a man doing this group? Are we dating the same girl? If it's so wonderful and so great to have this group, like this reporter who looks like a dead fish is all of a sudden critiquing the group and saying it's fine, would you be fine if we did a group, Are We Dating the Same Girl? Trust me. You think women are spicy. You think women are gossipy. You break a man's heart. Uh-oh.
Experience.
Yeah, I think that the original idea about, creating a safe spot for people, for women to actually find men who are bad people or violent, things like that. Absolutely, I see the need for that. But
I see this Facebook comment here. If multiple women have the same story, then you may be the problem. Not necessarily true. You could easily just make something up. I bet you a lot of these women are just kind of trying to feel like they're a part of the crowd. Like they may be making up things in the group. I'm not saying everything's made up. But if you have a girl, right, oh, this guy was a creep, he didn't pay for my dinner or whatever, other girls can just say that just because they didn't like the date or maybe the guy ghosted on them. It's literal slander.
but it's not being used for that.
To follow the group rules, a local member chose to speak with me anonymously. She uses the community to make sure she's...
Oh, why are you doing anonymously? If you can talk about other men publicly, then you should be shown publicly, you coward. I don't care how hot you are.
Dating safely.
Before I even go on any dates, I literally go on that page just to gather just a little bit more information.
And you wonder why you're probably single at 36 with 2 divorces under your belt or a bunch of breakups and guys that despise you because you were a gossip queen. The Me Too movement in 2017 ruined everything because, yes, it was great to expose Harvey Weinstein and the creeps in Hollywood, but it made girls less adventurous in bed, less spontaneous on dates, and every man's the worst. And then when you have Taylor Swift making it all about women and it's never the man's fault, we have a problem, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the gallery. Again, ladies, let me know in the comment section. Would you be okay if men did this? Are we dating the same girl?
About the person.
And at one point, when she was in a serious relationship, she looked up her fiance.
My answers were within that group based on...
Yeah, you probably are dating wrong men if you feel like you even need to look them up. Like if you're having to look up your fiance on a group, you probably have really bad taste in men and you're a Swiftie and it's never your fault and it's always the man's fault. And every time you have a breakup, you got to make a long post with no punctuation saying how bad the man is, but it's never your fault.
And at one point, when she was in a serious relationship, she looked up her fiance.
My answers were within that group based on, the woman that came forward like, oh, I had gone on a date with him. Meanwhile, we were engaged. So it was one of those things I was like, okay, this is exactly what I needed.
Matthew Napier has hired attorney Mark Trent.
Hell yeah. When you get a lawyer to defend you against a bunch of sexist, out-of-touch women, you get a guy named Mark Trent.
We've had thousands of phone calls and emails from men throughout the country, even globally from even the UK that have contacted us.
Trent
contacted us. You can tell he's from Cleveland with the accent.
From even the UK that have contacted us.
Trent gained clients after filing this lawsuit in late July against Meta, the parent company of Facebook, and the Are We Dating the Same Guy parent company known as Spill the Tea Incorporated.
We'd like to have their specific posts taken down. We want to have the group overall taken down because...
Yeah. This whole group, you're a bunch of sociopaths, and it's never your fault.
We don't think it has a positive purpose.
That suit is working its way through the courts. Meanwhile, the group puts reputations in the court of public opinion.
What the group is there for is to really just inform other women as well as protect other women.
It says for the group, this group is a place for women to protect, support, and empower other women. That is what every sexist woman says that doesn't like a man. They always use the word empowerment. No, you're a bunch of gossip queens that can't find the right man because you're looking for Mr. Perfect. That doesn't exist.
Women.
Bullying people, both men and women, and it needs to stop. Meta has allowed it. Even the admins and the moderators of the group has allowed it.
You know, if they made a post about dating Mark Zuckerberg, he'd probably shut down the group.
So Facebook has filed a motion to dismiss that case while a court ruling is still pending here.
Of course they love the group. It keeps people on Facebook.
And Rob, I want to be clear. I'm not in the group, so we looked at it from the outside.
Yeah, we really believe you, news reporter. I'm sure you're right deep in it.
But from a check today, it shows that just 40 posts today. I shouldn't say just. That's a lot in one day.
It's a part of that culture that it's never the woman's fault in a breakup. It's always the man's fault. And then I don't care how gorgeous the woman is. At some point, they become 44 years old and all their exes end up dating 25-year-olds when they were 25 years old, 15 years prior, dating 44-year-olds. I've noticed that recently, too. There's a lot of these 40-year-olds, a lot of these millennial women that are like 41, 42, that were born in like 82, 83, 84. Back 16 years ago, they were dating, even maybe 9 years ago, they were dating older guys. But then they became old themselves. So then they see their exes going after younger women and they get mad. And it's like, just because you got out of touch and you're a little past your prime doesn't mean that it's bad when Gen Z girls do it, because you were doing it at one time too. But Taylor Swift definitely does not help out the situation, because it's never her fault. I'm sure she's a delight to go out with.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Now she'll go her way, and I'll go mine. Tomorrow we'll start the same day, the same time. One more time. Let's go.
You say you got a man, but what that got to do with me? As long as you straight up with me, I don't give a damn who you see. But when I'm back in town, just spend some time with me whenever your man is not around. Let me be the one that'll hold you down whenever your man is not around. Let me be the one that'll hold you down, hold you down. I'll be the one that'll turn your frowns around. Cause you can be yourself with me, no need for frontin' and sucking in your stomach. No need to suck in your stomach, knowing damn well you can't breathe. Loosen up just a little bit, I'm the one you need to chill with. When you need you some of that real, ooh, wait till you see mine. Later we'll talk about it. After the first time, you might not wanna be without it. It's a reason you cheating on it. Compare him to me, I doubt it. I'm Don Blazes, we can go somewhere private and see about it. Even though that you know it's wrong, you know that the spill is strong. On the low, we can get this on if you be my Mrs. Jones. Don't mean to change your name, but I'm gon' call you Mrs. Jones. See, we both know what's wrong, but baby, we can get this song. Relax and let it flow. Nobody has to know. We got a thing going on, let's keep this on the low. Don't mean to change your name, but I'm gon' call you Mrs. Jones. See, we both know what's wrong, but baby, we can get this song. Relax and let it flow. Nobody has to know. We got a thing going on, let's keep this on the low. I can tell you what you missing. You miss them hugs and kisses. You miss excitement at night, and you miss excitement at night. And girl, you don't feel the same. And he's steady tripping, ain't he? Tripping, ain't he? Tripping, ain't he? And I'm gon' simply change it. See, I can taste your cherry pie before I slide inside. See, I miss Jones them cause they lonely and they decent times. I read between them lines. I see that you be crying cause he ain't even trying, so I'm the one to ease your mind. Girl, you ain't fooling me. Your man ain't who he used to be. And plus, girl, he ain't cool as me. Filthy riches who can treat you just like the Queen of England. So when you're ready for some freaking, you ain't gotta leave him. You can be my Mrs. Jones. Don't mean to change your name, but I'm gon' call you Mrs. Jones. See, we both know what's wrong, but baby, we can get the song. Relax and let it flow. Nobody has to know. We got a thing going on, let's keep this on the low. Don't mean to change your name, but I'm gon' call you Mrs. Jones. See, we both know what's wrong, but baby, we can get the song. Relax and let it flow. Nobody has to know. We got a thing going on, let's keep it
Let's
on the low.
get busy, baby, take it off. Make it wiggle when you walk. Neighbors gonna call the law, cause I'm about to break you off. Got kids, lock them out. Send them out with your spouse. Make it rock when it's soft. Wanna see you cry a while. Me and you, let's have a ball. Make it hot like Arkansas. Snatch the phone out the wall. Let me see that monkey paw. Tip it low, ride it slow. On the bed, on the floor. Up and down, there we go. Round and round, yeah, you know. Breathing like some animal. Find the camera, strike a pose. Girl, let's take a lot of those. When we done, take some more. I know you tired of creeping, but now you know you cheating. But you with me because you like the way that yeah is eating. You know it feels good, but we both know it's wrong. This what it is, girl. To my Mrs. Jones.
Don't mean to change your name, but I'm gon' call you Mrs. Jones. See, we both know what's wrong, but baby, we can get the song. Relax and let it flow. Nobody has to know. We got a thing going on, let's keep this on the low. Don't mean to change your name, but I'm gon' call you Mrs. Jones. See, we both know what's wrong, but baby, we can get the song. Relax and let it
Happy Hour will be right back.
This following segment has been brought to you by the best kava and kratom around at Mitra9, MITRA-9.com. And at checkout, use keyword Hoppe, HOPPE, to save 20%.
Now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
What everyone else is afraid to say, Ryan Hoppe will say for you. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Did you know Ryan Hoppe is bipolar? He loves it, no he hates it. He loves it, no he hates it. Get what we did there. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Hoppe in the morning. Tune in and you'll see Ryan Hoppe's got the magic. It's live on your frequency. Hoppe Hour with Ryan. Start your day with a cheer. Turn that dial to Hoppe. We'll make your morning clear. Join us for the laughter, music and good vibes. Ryan's got the answers to brighten up your ride. Hoppe Hour with Ryan. Start your day with a cheer. Turn that dial to Hoppe. We'll make your morning clear. News and jokes together. Make your mornings bright. Live with Ryan Hoppe. We're setting things just right. Hoppe Hour with Ryan. Start your day with a cheer. Turn that dial to Hoppe. We'll make your morning clear.
856-49-HOPPE. 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com.
Hoppe Hot Topic.
Oh, this next headline is so interesting.
Diddy's family struggling in the wake of his arrest. A source telling ET his kids are in a state of crisis and shock.
Yeah, because I'm assuming because Diddy is a sociopath/psychopath, they can be charming and love their family. They exploit their family. A lot of times, narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths, when they are a father, they'll let their kids underage drink and party and do whatever they want because they want their kids to be the coolest kid possible because they're narcissists. So I bet Diddy was a nice father to his kids. So it's got to be unbelievable that their dad is a monster.
After an indictment hit the rapper with multiple charges last week.
I'm dealing with daddy emotions.
As Diddy sits behind bars, our source says he's staying positive and resilient while actively working on his defense.
Oh, you're so resilient, Diddy. The way you raped a bunch of people and ruined lives. You're such a strong guy.
Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity.
Diddy's 7 children range in ages from eldest Quincy at 33 years old to baby Love. The arrest leaving his teen twins Delilah and Jesse with no parents at home. Their mother and Diddy's ex, Kim Porter, died in 2018.
Yeah, they're definitely in denial about the fact that there's something sketchy about the way their mom died.
The source says 6 years later, his daughters are still grieving her loss.
Duh, that's their mom, and he probably did something.
When I lost Kim, it broke my heart forever.
Forever. You're so fake, bro.
Compounding the looming legal battle, Diddy's family also enduring the court of public opinion.
I gotta skip over this because of copyright.
Our insider revealing his kids are navigating rampant conspiracy theories all over social media. Another source telling ET they can't live normal lives since everyone knows who their dad is.
Yeah, that's gotta be really awkward. You go to Starbucks and you're like, hey, you're Diddy's kid.
They feel like they can't escape and don't have a safe place to turn to.
That's the saddest part. One of the saddest parts about everything Diddy did was Yeah, he's a creep. He's a piece of garbage. Whatever. He's all the things. But he's an embarrassment as a father.
This office is determined to investigate and prosecute anyone who engages in sex trafficking, no matter how powerful or wealthy or famous you may be. No one should doubt our commitment on that.
No one did, bruh. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. Now, I live in the Tampa Bay area, and frankly, I'm becoming more of a Buccaneers fan than a Bears fan just because I've been here for 10 years. And I found this clip interesting. I could not believe that Baker Mayfield was throwing shots at Tom Brady. I like Baker Mayfield. I think he got a bad rap in Cleveland. I think my old boss, Rover, of Rover's Morning Glory, really screwed him over. I think he got a bad rap in Cleveland. But he seems a little bit like a brat at times, just a little bit. And everybody's been critiquing Tom Brady on TV. Oh, Tom Brady's not very good, blah, 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 da-da-da. Tom Brady responded to some comments that Baker Mayfield had. Here, listen to this.
Our guy here said, quote, "They wanted me to come in, be myself, bring the joy back to football for guys who weren't having as much fun."
Yeah, so they were implying that playing with Brady was not fun. Listen to this.
Our guy here said, quote, "They wanted me to come in, be myself, bring the joy back to football for guys who weren't having as much fun." It's funny because you've made this environment for me very stressful up here in the booth, so I understand where he's coming from.
Do you feel it?
No.
Feel the stress? No. Well, I was going to say, I thought stressful was not having Super Bowl rings. So there was a mindset of a champion that I took to work every day. This wasn't daycare. If I wanted to have fun, I was going to go to Disneyland with my kids.
Has he been to Disneyland?
Yeah, so,
you hear that transition from the announcer? He's like, did not expect that response.
Yeah, so, as you were saying, go ahead. That's you feel like I feel like there's more in there to say.
There's a way to approach this game, and it's that with the right mindset and try to push each other outside of our comfort zone, and great teammates do that. You come in, I have someone like Gronkowski, I have someone like Evans. There's high expectations for us. We got to make sure we go out there and deliver.
The competitive juice is still flowing.
It's still in there.
I love
no
it.
apology.
Yeah, Baker's kind of a bitch at times. Like, I root for Baker, but it's like, why would you say that? I know he got a bad rap in Cleveland, but after that clip, I never want to hear anybody on sports radio or on Twitter in the sports world, sports journalism. I don't want to hear one person say that Tom Brady sucks at analyzing. That was pretty good. It doesn't even sound like Brady. Everybody just wanted to hate on his announcing because it's Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the gallery? Now, I've had this weird thing where I don't like Jason Sudeikis. There's something about him that just kind of seems a little douchey. I didn't even like the soccer show he was in. Well, he was being followed by fans and he acted all scared.
Please get one photo. Guys, please stop. I'm not going to sign anything, okay?
I'm too good for you. Without you guys, I would be nothing, but I'm too cool to sign anything. I'm Jason Sudeikis. I'm a tool.
I literally have to go. I'm sorry. That was a lot. That scared the shit out of me.
Oh, fans, people wanting to meet you? You're a loser, bro.
Real. I'm just a human being, okay? Please stop me. Please. I'm going home. Okay. Good night. All right. I'm sorry. Maybe as you stand and wait for your turn.
What an asswipe. I hate celebrities. Like, I know you can't meet everybody, but to act like, oh, you're bothering me. They're a fan of you, bro. And without your fans, you would be nothing. Drives me nuts, bro. These celebrities just think they're above everything. And it's like, you're another mortal human being. And honestly, you're probably not a good husband because your ex hates you. I wonder what Jason Sudeikis' review would be in that Who Are We Dating group on Facebook. Can you imagine if Jason Sudeikis was in that group that I discussed earlier? I think his reviews would be no good. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. I got this clip here. This is Diddy's lawyer doing his mumbo jumbo nonsense. This guy has just been defending Diddy, and I get you have to, but he's doing it in a clown way. It's not very respectable. Nobody's looking at Diddy's lawyer and going, wow, you're doing a good job of defending your guy. Now, I've said this before, but you need to get you somebody who defends you like this.
Mafia. I don't know that I could keep him off the stand. He is very eager to tell his story.
They're going to show that video over and over and over about what happens to women that won't change their stories.
His reputation is over.
The United States government, they start making this case as a takedown of a successful black man.
TMZ presents The Downfall of Diddy, The Indictment, now streaming on Tubi.
Your client could be behind bars for a year, maybe even more, before this trial begins. What's his state of mind right now?
His state of mind is actually remarkably positive. I spend several hours with him every day. I'm going to leave you and go see him now. His resolve is strong. He's engaged. He's focused on his defense. And we see him every day, and he is come to terms with the fact that this is where he is for now. We're trying to get this matter to trial as soon as possible. You know, he is so focused on trying to right this wrong that it's actually giving him a form of strength and a form of confidence that I think is going to get him through this difficult time period. There's an adage that we have in my office, don't tell me what I did wrong, tell me what I do next, and that's where he is.
It sounds like a really good little adage, man. What a weird guy. It's got to be a weird job, like knowing that Diddy's a scumbag. Like, I'm sure lawyers have to begin to believe the nonsense because you have to seem believable in court. But it's got to be so weird, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, when you're representing Diddy and you know he's a scumbag. I saw this headline here. Simone Biles leaves cheesehead at home, decks out in Chicago Bears gear after jacket controversy. So during the preseason, she was seen wearing a Packers jersey because her husband used to play for the Packers. And I don't think she really realizes that the Chicago Bears and Green Bay Packers hate each other, and that it's one of the biggest rivalries in all of football. And when I went home to Chicago last month, a month and a half ago, going on 7 weeks ago. There's me being exact with my facts. Everybody in Chicago was talking about it, and it was definitely not a good look. I can imagine Jonathan probably talked to Simone Biles and was like, babe, please don't do that again. 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. Before we go to break, I'm looking at NBA TV, and it says that LeBron has played in 21 seasons. And Vince Carter played in 22. So I'm assuming LeBron's going to break that record as well. And every Gen Z kid who never saw Michael Jordan play will think he's the GOAT. I will go to break on that note.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
I'll kick you in the nuts and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
like I'm fresh off the runway. Looking so good, niggas thought it was Easter Sunday. They ain't gotta be jealous, they can do it like me one day. Nigga, I got them bottles and them blunts to pop, them vehicles with the tops that drop, trucks with rims that still spin when I stop. Call me cash cause I spend it a lot. Call me your ass cause I'm in it a lot. The dirty district, Joe, we got hustle like for Rigno. So I let you know from the get-go to get low. Cause younger, you don't really want it. Them butterflies in your stomach, I was eating wide when the fire get dumping. I say now, they shooting. Nigga, I ain't joking, you better be on the next thing smoking. For your chest be the next thing open. And that's for real, a nigga be in the puddle of blood, cry me a river. Because we bang, bang, boogie, up jumps the boogie, busting bullies at the bullies for me. Cause we don't just bang records, let's check the record or we get your ass out on the streets. I said we bang, bang, boogie, up jumps the boogie, busting bullies at the bullies for me. Cause we don't just bang records. Let's check the record before we get your ass out on these streets. Oh, you better make room for these district bammers. We known for kicking ass and cocking back them hammers. I ain't from the Midwest, but I speak country grammar. I got two pair, you know I old and a new pair. I get the stuffing in my bubblegum soles. Yeah, I like my women, but I love my bankroll. I like money when it's stretched, but I love when it can't fold. I like my Denali, but I love that Range Rover. I like regular weed, but I smokes the hydro. Y'all love watching counts, but I hate the 5-0. I live life in the fast lane, so I hate to drive slow. I like other rappers, but I hate when they can't flow. Because we bang, bang, boogie, up jumps the boogie, busting bullies at the bullies for me. Cause we don't just bang records, let's check the record before we get your ass out on the streets. I said we bang, bang, boogie, up jumps the boogie, busting bullies at the bullies for me. Cause we don't just bang records, let's check the record before we get your ass out on the streets. Man, I got cash in a stash, but I'm no millionaire. I play these bitches ass, they think I'm Joe Millionaire. Cause I shine like a diamond, bling like gold teeth. Rap future so bright, my neighbors can't go to sleep. I'm like a home-cooked meal, you terrible tofu. Call me Dragon Ball D, kick ass like Goku. Make MCs disappear like Casper the Ghost do. Get your water, boy, dirty can cold you. First I was hated, gated and unappreciated, stagnated, but finally my black ass made it. Now I'm rated amongst the greatest. Yeah, into the streets I drug relate this. I went from a quarter to an ounce, bounce to an eighth. Skip that middle flip, now I'ma break up on your plate. Start some stupid shit and get 4/5 up in your face. I know you're mad a bit, I got your bitch up in my plate. Because we bang, bang, boogie, up jumps the boogie, busting bullies at the bullies for me. Cause we don't just bang records, let's check the record before we get your ass out on the streets. I said we bang, bang, boogie, up jumps the boogie, busting bullies at the bullies for me. Cause we don't just bang records, let's check the record before we get your ass out on the streets.
My money models like what Uncle Luke spit it. Cause I don't stop and I get it. Construction working, taking bricks to concrete and build strips. Nigga, you feel it's because it's real shit. Yeah, we got that dro, but we call it drizzle. And we got that white shit that give niggas sniffles. And that good brown blow for them fiends to ish. And them double stack pills to bring the freak out your bitch. Oh shit, tongues out the mouth cause it's drastic. Got the whole city screaming I'm the top draft pick. Your homie dollar bill from around the way. Home of the Redskins and a lot of gunplay. I'm on a one-way street and I swear it's so gutter. Niggas on crud, oh they even slanging butter, oh they doing both. Shit, niggas got no hoe. When I find Triton Jew, I'm gonna punch him in his throat.
Mm-hmm. And that was Oi Boys with Bang Bang Boogie.
Mm-hmm. Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. This following segment has been brought to you by the best pre- and post-workout in all of the world. Fortify. FORTIFEYE.com. Brought to you by Dr. Michael Lang of the nationally syndicated Ask the Doctor radio show. I used to work for him. He is a legend. So when you go to fortify.com, at checkout, use keyword Ryan20 to save 20%. Mm-hmm.
Hoppe now. 856-49-HOPPE. Tweet at him at Ryan Hoppe Radio or chat him live via the Hoppe Radio app.
He is a brilliant upcoming superstar, Ryan Seacrest. What? Oh, Ryan Hoppe.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Hoppe hour in the air. Feel the vibe everywhere. Kick back in your chair. Life beyond compare. Hoppe hour, take it slow. Let the rhythm gently flow. Catch the beats in the glow. Tune in, let it grow. Hoppe hour, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hoppe hour everywhere.
856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773.
Hoppe hour set the.
You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. And you can always email me. RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. Isn't this song just so laid back and chill?
Happy hot topic.
Oh, I see this headline right here. I don't know. I'm just not really digging the NFL this year. I feel like ever since Tom Brady left and we lost Drew Brees and Peyton Manning years ago and Eli and even Big Ben Roethlisberger, a lot of that all-time great energy is gone. And Patrick Mahomes is the only thing that reminds me of it.
To the NFL, a big game for Baltimore overnight, and new details after one of Denver's star players was taken away on a stretcher. Will Reeve has all the highlights. Good morning, Will.
Good morning. I love how she goes, a player was taken on a stretcher. Now here's all the highlights. Like, you could have had a better transition. Like, maybe like, now here's more info. But when you say highlights after saying someone was taken out on a stretcher, whoever wrote that for the teleprompters, a moron.
Morning, Lindsay. It's been a topsy-turvy week 4 in the NFL. Game-winning kicks, game-losing misses, upsets and injuries, and highlights galore. And there's more to come tonight.
Overnight. Touchdown, Baltimore!
I don't know why. Maybe because my mom is from Cleveland and I lived in Cleveland, and Baltimore left Cleveland for Baltimore about 25 years ago when they didn't have the Browns for a few years in Cleveland. But I just despise everything about Baltimore. There's two things I like about Baltimore. The fact that it helped create the show The Wire, which is my favorite show of all time, even though my attention span from watching videos, I probably couldn't watch it again. And the morning show, Justin, Scott, and Spiegel on 98 Rock, really good. But besides that, I do not root for Baltimore.
Baltimore Ravens putting on a show against the previously undefeated Buffalo Bills. To the end zone! Including this 87-yard touchdown run from Derrick Henry. He will score! The longest touchdown run in Ravens history.
That's a pretty big deal.
Baltimore taking down Buffalo 35-10. But earlier in the day, all eyes were on Denver Broncos running back Tyler Bidet after the 24-year-old was injured on this play against the Jets.
Bidet loses the ball. Jets have it.
Bidet managed to return to the sidelines, but just moments later, he collapsed to the ground.
Tyler Bidet.
It's always sad when you watch football players get hurt because, like, they are beasts.
On the sideline.
Medics rushing to his aid before strapping him to a gurney for further assessment. Also yesterday, Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce returned to historical form with 7 catches for 89 yards in his team's 17-10 win over the Chargers. Before the game, some Chiefs wide receivers wearing Travis t-shirts in support.
And there's a Monday Night Football doubleheader tonight on ESPN, and then 8:15 Eastern here in Detroit, the Lions and the Seahawks. Going to be a great game, guys.
Oh, you sound so excited. Not at all. 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. Fear grows for Justin Bieber as he is stressed out and he struggles to juggle fatherhood and explosive Diddy allegations. I know for sure, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that he is definitely a Me Too victim. I don't even want to process in my brain what possibly could have happened to him. I definitely think he was having sex with women that were in their 20s at Diddy's parties. But the idea of like Diddy touching him or somebody touching him absolutely, positively horrifies me. There's not one part of me that loves hearing that. You know what I'm saying? It's just gross. I've always found like taking advantage of people sexually to just be one of the most inhuman things you can do. It's just so gross. Like, if it were up to me, Diddy would get the death penalty, but that's Ryan Hoppe's law. All right. Here is Megyn Kelly. Now, I usually don't play any conservative content on this show, but Zach Bryan had to say sorry after making fun of Taylor Swift on Twitter, and Megyn Kelly goes off.
Poured his heart out, apparently. Bryan poured his heart out, apparently hoping to stop the Swiftie mob from their hideous attacks.
I will be honest, I've made a lot of videos ripping into Taylor Swift in the past, and the Swifties, like, you would think their whole point is, oh, we're empowerment and we're feminists. They're very mean.
Look at this one. I wasn't coming for Taylor the other night. I was drunkenly comparing two records and it came out wrong. I know there's a lot of stuff that clouds around Ye, and I was speaking purely musically. I love Taylor's music and pray you guys know I'm human and tweet stupid things often. Hope one day I can explain this to her. Twitter gets me in trouble too much, and I'd say it's best I stay off of it. I'm sorry to any Taylor fans I pissed off or let down. Love you guys, and I'm trying my best. Oh my God.
I hate when people use the word love when it's not someone they love, because then you're watering down the word, because the whole point of saying it is for someone you actually love.
Secondhand embarrassment. Bring back our men.
I agree.
That wasn't it. He wasn't done. He continued. It just came off as rude and desensitized to Taylor.
You are so whipped, Zach Bryan. Grow a pair.
I respect her so much as a musician that the last thing I want is people thinking I don't appreciate and love what she has done as a musician.
Everybody's so afraid to, like, bitch her out. She's literally the mafia for women.
He wrote before closing it out with, don't drink and tweet. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Zach Bryan.
I love when people, whenever they tweet something they regret, they go, oh, I was drunk. Like when Roseanne put out those racist tweets and then she lost her show 7 years ago. That was an interesting time.
Where are your balls? Mankind would like to know.
Love it.
That's the lesson, Zach. Don't drink and tweet. Sure. Here's another. If you're thinking of daring to say that you prefer someone else's, especially somebody who's endorsed Trump, music more than Taylor Swift's, well, you can't say that.
I usually can't stand Megyn Kelly. But I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was absolutely spot on.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
This next headline was a real bummer.
We have some sad breaking news from the world of sports. Legendary NBA player Dikembe Mutombo has died at 58 years old.
That guy is one of the greatest of all time.
His family says he was fighting brain cancer. The native of the Democratic Republic of the Congo played for nearly 2 decades in the NBA. He was known for his finger-wagging celebration after his many blocked shots. After his retirement, Mutombo became a global ambassador for basketball. I want to bring in Brian Buckmeyer. Brian, you actually met Dikembe Mutombo. What's your memory of him?
Yeah, so I met Dikembe at a UNICEF event back in 2017, and my memory of him was just being in awe, looking up at him, and he truly was a light in the room. Many people, as myself being a child of the 80s and 90s, remember him of that finger wag, and we talked about that. I told him I loved his career, I loved everything about him. There's a picture of me, and for the record, I want everyone to know, I'm 6'4". Okay, I am not small, but he is 7'2". And the thing that I remember most about him is I wanted to learn so much about him, but he made the conversation always about me.
That's because he's a class act.
I was so impressed that I had come from Toronto and I played soccer in college, and then I was a public defender. And I think he was such a light in terms of making you feel like the biggest person in the room and being so proud of the accomplishment that we all were doing in that room at a time.
And that is why he is a legend. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-673.
Are these little pills the fountain of youth? It's called rapamycin. Robert Berger takes the drug. How old are you, Robert?
I'm 69.
You look good for 69. How long have you been taking this drug?
Since March. It looks like my gums, and which I've had problems with my whole life, have improved.
He says he has more energy and hopes it will extend his life.
Everybody's so afraid of aging. You are going to die someday.
Rapamycin is used by transplant patients to keep organs from being rejected. It's been around for 50 years, but now researchers are excited about another potential use: to stop the aging clock. Lab mice given the drug extended their lives by 20%. Dr. Matt Kaberlein is not only researching the drug, he's taking it.
I think there's a very good chance that rapamycin could have health benefits for many people.
And slow the aging process?
Yes, I think we know from every animal where it's been studied that rapamycin slows biological aging.
I'm all for anti-aging.
Of course, you work in TV and you're a woman.
So taking the drug, 47-year-old billionaire Brian Johnson. He's earned international fame for spending more than $2 million a year to try to stop his biological clock.
Yeah, that's a case of like being a billionaire where you have it all, but you can't accept that you're going to be dead someday.
He takes 50 supplements a day, including rapamycin, while promising rapamycin is gaining in popularity off-label, much like Ozempic, which was developed to treat diabetes, but is now also used for weight loss.
Everybody has become lazy.
When she told me, my first reaction, it was from my gut. It was almost crazy. And I said, no. I said, you can't leave. Because what we have here, I mean, the one day we don't have Kleenex.
A full sod fest for Jenna Bush Hager as her co-anchor Hoda Kotb announces her Today exit.
Jenna seems like such a ride or die woman. It's definitely someone you want to marry.
There's snot everywhere.
I just feel so lucky. I really do. I am surrounded with people I love. I work with people I love. I have a family that has always loved me unconditionally, even when I wasn't perfect.
Jenna's emotional moment going down on Today with Hoda and Jenna as she reacts to Hoda's news. She's departing the morning show after 17 years to focus on her family.
Yeah, that's a good thing because she's got like young kids and she's 60 years old. Yeah, it's definitely time to leave.
Even though it doesn't really fit my timeline, it is. She's doing what's best for her girls.
I like Hoda. She seems like a little pretentious, but like a good woman.
I thought about you, of course, because it's
she's definitely a really good mentor, Hoda.
Like certain relationships are 1 in a million, and this is. But saying goodbye to something that's amazing is hard.
Really hard. She's lived this other life, and it's all helping her today.
Whatever. I'm going to move on from this. 856-49-HOPPY. It's 856-494-6773.
Frances Bean Cobain is now a mom.
Yeah, if Kurt Cobain was alive, he would be a grandpa. Doesn't it make you feel old?
Frances Bean Cobain is now a mom. The only child of late rock icon Kurt Cobain and rocker Courtney Love welcomes her first baby with husband Riley Hawk.
Yeah, Courtney Love is a grandma. She's looked like a grandma since 98.
Eldest son of skateboarding legend Tony Hawk. Frances posted a series of images of her baby with the caption, Ronan Walker Cobain Hawk, welcome to the world's most beautiful son. We love you more than anything. And many other friends and fans congratulate the new parents in the comments. With Tony Hawk, a now first-time grandfather, saying,
That's
my
old.
favorite grandson. Frances and Riley began their romance in 2021.
That makes you feel old. Tony Hawk is a grandpa? Oh my God.
Going Instagram official the following year. The couple tied the knot on October 7th, 2023 in Southern California with REM frontman Michael Stipe, who was Frances' godfather, as the officiant.
It sounds like quite the wedding. 856-49-HOPPY. This next headline. The fact that Ariana Grande is having to defend her relationship with Ethan Slater, it is utter proof that she is a side chick.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
Ariana Grande is addressing the rumors about her love life. The pop star is opening up about the speculation surrounding the start of her relationship with Wicked co-star Ethan Slater.
He looks like such a little bitch.
Although the two-time Grammy winner and the Tony nominee's romance began in 2023 after her split from then-husband Dalton Gomez and Ethan's separation from his then-wife Lily J, with whom he shares a 2-year-old son, Ariana is now addressing the rumors that have surrounded their relationship.
The fact that you have to address it means that you are guilty.
Ariana tells Vanity Fair in their November 2024 issue published on September 30th, quote, "It definitely doesn't get any easier, seeing some of the negativity that was birthed by disreputable tabloids."
You most likely were sleeping with a married man while you were married, most likely. Of course, tabloids are going to come after that.
Of course, I went through a lot of life changes during the filming of this movie. A lot of people that were working on it did. The 31-year-old adds, "We were away for 2 years, so of course I understand why it was a field day for the tabloids to sort of create something that paid their bills."
Ariana Grande has that energy that her crap don't stink, and trust me, it stinks.
Amid the speculation about their relationship, a source confirms to E! News at the time in July of 2023 that Ariana and Ethan were both separated before they got together. However,
that's what every cheater always says. We were officially separated. So I'm so sure, that's my sarcasm voice, that when Ethan Slater and Ariana Grande first hooked up, that they were like, no, we got to tell our people that we're married to, hey, I'm breaking up. Now I'm going to go sleep with each other. There was no cross collusion there. A bunch of liars.
However, that did not stop social media users from speculating.
Ryan Hoppe.
Ariana says, quote, "The most disappointing part was to see so many people believe the worst version of it. That was definitely a tough ride." Ariana goes on to defend her boyfriend's character and address how tabloids have painted him throughout their time together.
He looks like a bitch. He has that energy of just scumbaggery.
She says, quote, "There couldn't be a less accurate depiction of a human being than the one that the tabloids spread about him."
He literally left his wife for you. And now you're going to probably break up with him soon because the bad boy energy, it's going to end.
No one on this earth tries harder or spreads themselves thinner to be there for the people that he loves and cares about.
Whoa, you're telling me when you have a kid that he's taking care of the kid and working? He's doing the basics.
She continues, "There is no one on this earth with a better heart, and that is something that no tabloid can rewrite in real life."
Oh, really? So you're rewriting how things went down because you're embarrassed that you're probably a side chick.
Additionally, Ariana addresses her personal life being picked apart in the media.
That's what you signed up for when you became famous. Cry me a river.
Going so far as to say that tabloids have been trying to destroy her since she was a teenager.
I mean, that's not false, but that's what you get when you sign up to be famous, especially through Nickelodeon. And then you barely call out Dan Snyder because you probably side with him. You look like an imbecile. I don't care how pretty you are.
She adds, quote, "Honestly, it's taken me a lot of hard work to be able to last this long and to heal certain parts of my relationship to fame and to what I do because of these tabloids that have been trying to destroy me since I was 19 years old.
Cry me a river.
But you know what? I'm 31 years old and I'm not a perfect person, but I am definitely deeply good and I'm proud of who I'm becoming."
You became a side chick. You're proud of that? That shows the lack of integrity that you have.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside,
All I smell is poop.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Come round and drink a few beers. Crazy got it going on here. It's so many girls to hug. He don't wanna leave the club. He don't wanna leave the club. DJ pump the music up. He don't wanna leave the club. He don't wanna leave the club.
Now it's time to get drunk and mingle with my peeps. So we heading to the club in a suburban 7 Deep. All my niggas high as hell. Now it's time to get our groove on. Line longer than the motherfucker. People move on. Can we get by? Can we get drunk? Can we get into this club so we can get this bitch crunk? It ain't nothing like dancing with a hoochie with a fat butt. But if you're smoking cigarettes instead of weed, back up. Act up, get your ass tossed out the back door. What you think? Hit 'em up, tote big gas for. I'm a Mac though, and it ain't shit you could tell me. Unless you got friends for me, Rob G and LG, Loco, Natural, Jit, and Big E. Hope you got your freaky friends, cause them niggas came with me. And we ain't trying to leave yet till we build up a sweat and finish these last few bottles of Moet. So
Come on and drink a few beers. Crazy got it going on here. It's so many girls to hug. He don't wanna leave the club. He don't wanna leave the club. DJ pump the music up. He don't wanna leave the club. He don't wanna leave the club.
I wanna get on the floor and dance a little bit. Cohiba in my hand, drinking the real shit. Straight with no chasing, weed with no lacing. My clique be the shit, and crocodiles and snake skins. Just tipping these hoes and stripping these hoes in the club like I'm with Scotty Pippen these hoes. I want everybody high so you can all feel the vibe. You got beef with the chief, you gotta deal with my tribe. I ain't never lied, nigga, out to have a good time. And for every bitch I had, a nigga never took mine. I'm like genuine, same OG, plain no me. A dead rapper in the club, blame on me. Shame on me for trying to pull all the women. I'm gonna hit them up and goddamn jams like Russell Simmons. Crazy, get it crunk, hit hard like brass knuckles. Even Stevie Wonder to see I'm a bad motherfucker. Come on.
Come on and drink a few beers. Crazy got it going on here. It's so many girls to hug. He don't wanna leave the club. He don't wanna leave the club. DJ pump the music up. He don't wanna leave the club. He don't wanna leave the club.
You want me on your team cause I'm a player with skills. And I'm not from Buffalo but I'm stacking the bills. Women love this here T-Town motherfucker. So stop player hating and be down motherfucker. Hoochies all on my tip because crazy stay hard. Holding more dead presidents than the graveyard. I'm about to have a good time with these links on me. Everybody grab a cup, shit, drinks on me. Come on.
Come on and drink a few beers. Crazy got it going on here. It's so many girls to hug. He don't wanna leave the club. He don't wanna leave the club. DJ pump the music up. He don't wanna leave the club. He don't wanna leave the club. Only wanna drink a few beers. Crazy got it going on here. There's so many girls in this club. Only wanna drink a few beers. Crazy got it going on here. And he don't wanna leave this club. Only wanna drink a few beers. Crazy got it going on here. There's so many girls in this club. Only wanna drink a few beers. Crazy got it going on here.
Oh, sure.
And he don't wanna leave this club.
I know.
Come on and drink a few beers. Crazy got it going on here. It's so many girls to hug. He don't wanna leave the club. He don't wanna leave the club.
I don't.
DJ pump the music up. He don't wanna leave the club. He don't wanna leave the club.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. This following segment has been brought to you by the best Delta 8 CBD honey around at dzbzhoney.com. And at checkout, use keyword Hoppe, HOPPE, to save 20%.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
He is heavily medicated, always high, allegedly, and caffeinated on energy drinks. What could possibly go wrong? Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Countdown clock ticking, Hoppe Hours on the prowl. 10 seconds left, set to take back the dial. Celebrity gossip, details that get wild. Sex talk spicy, every moment ain't mild. Nothing but juicy, the story's about to drop. 9 seconds, lean in, don't let the beat stop. Raunchy discussions like the cherry on top. Hoppe Hour, Ryan's here, rising to the top. 8 seconds closer, hear the crowd cheer. Ryan Hoppe's back, the moment draws near. Celebrity drama, it's all crystal clear. Tune into the Hoppe Hour, the champ is here. 7 seconds, you're ready for the tease. Lost loves and scandals, calling out the sleaze. Pouring out the truth, never serving it with ease. Hoppe's got the juice, bringing them to their knees. 6 seconds left, like a rocket to the floor. Date night secrets, what y'all waiting for? Sex chat, sizzle, talk dirty, can't ignore. Ryan Hoppe, break it down, always room for more. 5 seconds now, feel the tension rise. Eyes on the prize, no compromise. Push the limits, go beyond the skies. Hoppe Hour's back, spark up fresh vibes.
856-49 Hoppe. 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. And you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Alrighty, without further ado, let's get back into the content.
Whoa! Hoppe Hot Topic!
This next headline.
Ellen DeGeneres reveals that she has osteoporosis, OCD, and ADHD.
And probably either borderline personality disorder or sociopathic disorder.
During Ellen's Netflix special, For Your Approval, the 66-year-old opens up about multiple health conditions she's been dealing with.
It's the same thing Brett Favre did. Like, I would never wish bad health on anybody, but whenever someone's in trouble, they're like, oh, I'm not healthy, or oh, I'm religious now.
The comedian says that she has full-on osteoporosis, which she discovered after taking a bone density test. Ellen says in her special quote, "I don't even know how I'm standing up right now.
'Cause you're not that sick yet?
I'm like a human sandcastle. I could disintegrate in the shower."
Or you could disintegrate in front of your team like the imbecile that you are when you had a talk show.
It's hard to be honest about aging and seem cool. She goes on to reveal another medical struggle, saying, quote, "I had excruciating pain one day and I thought I tore a ligament or something and I got an MRI and they said, no, it's just arthritis. I said, how did I get that? And he said, oh, it just happens at your age."
Yeah, you're old.
Additionally, Ellen says that while in therapy, which she began after toxic workplace allegations made against her affect...
Oh, you know, there's a lot of content for that therapist.
her mental health, she found out that she has OCD, or obsessive compulsive disorder.
She probably also has like narcissistic personality disorder, but left that out because she's a narcissist.
Ellen says during the special quote, "I may have OCD because a therapist said so, and I said, yes, I am very organized because I thought that was the O."
Oh, that's hilarious. 856-49 Hoppe. That's 856-494-6773. Now, this next headline. Channing Tatum is a lucky man to finally be divorced from this person.
Whoa! Hoppe Hot Topic!
Jenna Dewan posts a cheeky message after finalizing her divorce with Channing Tatum. Days after legally ending her marriage with the actor, Jenna breaks her silence with a subtle nod to another famous split. The actress, who shares 11-year-old daughter Everly with Channing, seemingly celebrates her divorce settlement by posting an infamous photo of Oscar winner Nicole Kidman to her Instagram story.
Of course, it's another case of the woman in a relationship. that has to make it about them when they're never the problem.
In the 2001 snap, which made headlines back in the day and has since become a meme, Nicole looked relieved as she left her attorney's office after signing her divorce papers with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I'd be pretty excited too if I was divorcing Tom Cruise.
Jenna also posts an Instagram slideshow full of selfies, family photos, and more with the caption, "Thank you, Universe," along with the prayer hands emoji. The carousel post includes photos of her fiancé, Steve Kazee, their 2 children, Callum and Rhiannon, and a few rare snaps of Everly. As part of the finalized divorce agreement, the former couple both waived spousal support and have also agreed to work out any future disagreements over custody privately with a judge, according to documents
That's good. You're keeping it private.
obtained by E! News. The 6-year-long proceedings stalled earlier this year as Jenna and Channing argued over earnings the actor receives from the Magic Mike franchise.
Yeah, you know she wants every cent of it.
She accused her ex of transferring his profits into, quote, an irrevocable trust and transferred licensing rights to a third party without telling her.
Yeah. I'd do the same. You don't deserve all the money.
He denied her claims and later said she was utilizing delay tactics in their divorce.
Duh. She's a sociopath. It's never her problem. I'm a pretty girl. I can do whatever.
Married for 8 years until they separated in 2018. The two announced their breakup in a joint statement posted to Twitter now.
It literally took 6 years to finalize that divorce. You know that divorce is ugly.
X, saying, "We have lovingly chosen to separate as a couple. We fell deeply in love so many years ago and have had a magical journey together. Absolutely nothing has changed about how much we love one another, but love is a beautiful adventure that is taking us on different paths for now."
Yeah, the love was the money and attention you got from him.
They added, "There are no secrets nor salacious events at the root of our decision. Just 2 best friends realizing it's time to take some space and help each other live the most joyous, fulfilled lives as possible."
Yeah, it is hard, like, when you go through a breakup, because a lot of times that girlfriend or whatever you're dating, they become like your best friend, and it's like you lose somebody you can talk to, but then you have to get over it. Right here is Shawn Mendes talking about his breakup, which looked really painful.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Brutal. I mean, honestly, I think Camila and I have just done the best job at preserving our private little fire of love for each other.
Shawn.
Yeah, he's definitely not over.
Mendes is getting candid about his split from on-off-again girlfriend Camila Cabello. The Mercy singer appears on Jay Shetty's On Purpose podcast.
I don't know what it is about Jay Shetty. I respect it or whatever, but he just seems so fake.
September 30th, to talk about how splitting from Camila in the public eye was extremely challenging.
I mean, honestly, I think Camila and I have just done the best job at preserving our private little fire of love for each other.
All right, I'm getting bored here. I have that saying, if I'm bored, you're bored. 856-49 happy.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Shows Selena Gomez dancing, looking all cute.
Benny Blanco has a cheeky response to Selena Gomez's dance moves. On September 29th, the singer attends the Short and Sweet show in New York City and posts a clip to her Instagram showing off her moves to Sabrina Carpenter's song Juno.
All right. It's a visual, so we're going to move on. But Selena Gomez, oh my goodness, is she attractive. Also right here on Hoppe Hour.
When I found out it was a girl, everything changed, right? Oh, well, when I thought maybe it would be a boy. I was like, oh, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. With a girl, none of the family knows, like, how to do this. So I think, the only thing we can do is just support her with whatever she wants. And
it's Logan Paul.
And give her as much
kindness,
love as she wants, and sharing.
Sharing is big for us. Yeah.
Logan Paul has embraced his inner girl dad, welcoming his first child with Nina Agdal.
Hell yeah.
I'm in a completely different phase of my life. It's much easier to hop on the train right now. And I really am becoming an adult.
Logan solidified his new phase of life with Nina in 2023, popping the question during a vacay in Lake Como, Italy.
The day we got engaged was literally the best day of my life. And I've had some crazy days. And the proposal could not have gone more perfect.
Hell yeah. So it's true love. They'll be together forever and ever until they're divorced in 2 years. Right here, speaking of breakups, I love me some older women. I think everybody knows that. But I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Kristen Cavallari and her 24-year-old boyfriend broke up. And I think the clip I played a few weeks ago of the paparazzi asking her if they were going to have kids, I think that really sped up the process.
Happy Hot Topic!
Kristen Cavallari and Mark Estes are calling it quits.
I thought it was Cavallari. Cavallari?
Kristen Cavallari and Mark Estes are calling it quits. After less than a year of dating, multiple outlets have learned that the Hills alum and the Montana Boys TikToker are officially over, with Kristen even confirming the news during a live Call Her Daddy episode in Austin, Texas.
That Call Her Daddy show in Texas looked lit.
Kristen and Mark first debuted their relationship in February of 2024.
There's nothing better than being in your early 20s and hanging out with a MILF.
When the 37-year-old posted a selfie on Instagram, writing in the caption, "He makes me happy." Then in March, the reality star then opened up during an episode of her podcast about the first time she saw the 24-year-old on TikTok and what it was like meeting him in person.
She's like, I must have sex with you because I'm having a midlife crisis.
Back in like September, I think it was, I'm scrolling TikTok and I stumble upon this boy group. I guess you could call them the Montana Boys.
Please don't say that ever again.
What do you call them?
No, it's good. Keep going. I just,
This TikTok boy group. So I go, holy shit. Who are these guys? Because they're so hot. But specifically this one, who I'm going to refer to as Montana, I send it to you. And we're both like, this is the hottest guy we've ever seen. But
I gotta go give him head.
when I met him, I was like, he's actually a really nice, good guy. He's very sweet. From the jump, he was so sweet to me. Like the very first thing he said to me when we were standing there and like just met, he was like, you're like really pretty.
Oh, that's such an original compliment. She must have never got compliments from Jake Cutler.
It was just like so sweet.
And despite receiving some backlash over their 13-year age gap,
if you're giving him backlash, you should be applauding him. That man is a legend. In his 20s, he got to have sex with Kristen Cavallari. You're all jealous. Mm-hmm.
They simply turned the other cheek.
Yeah, he turned that cheek. From behind.
Earlier this month, the two actually got candid on the intimate elements of their relationship on a September 3rd episode of her podcast.
That was my birthday.
I mean, yeah, you're the best. Yeah, like the best sex I've ever had, for sure.
Yeah, the older women, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, they always know what they're doing. The cougars. 856-49-HOPPE. Kristen Cavallari, hit me up. Mm-hmm. Oh, we're gonna have sex right when these podcasts end.
Why?
I like that.
Oh, okay.
I actually didn't know that. You've never said that to me.
I just thought you would assume that.
Well, we've talked about how great our sex is.
Oh, she must be phenomenal.
But you've never like point blank just been like, you're the best I've ever had.
Best I've ever had. You the best.
Really?
I don't know. I mean,
all right. I have that saying, if I'm bored, you are bored. And that sounds like a vapid conversation. 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. I do love Kristen Cavallari. I feel bad that she was married to Jay Cutler from the Chicago Bears. About 11 years ago, Jay Cutler every Monday after a football game would go to a local bar with the Waddle and Sylvie show, which is the most Chicago-sounding name ever. And he would do like kind of like a show where they interviewed him, and he didn't want to meet any of the fans, but his ex-wife, Kristen Cavallari, was the friendly one. And that's when I knew we had a problem. Houston, we have a problem. When your wife is more friendlier than you are to the people who are paying to see you live, you're kind of a scumbag. Did you know I don't like Jay Cutler? I'm not sure if you can tell.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip over it. But Ryan Hoppe of Hoppe Hour takes pride in his selection, so stick around, folks.
Y'all now in tune with something beautiful right here. Something epic.
This official.
Matthias,
let's make it.
Look, I was being a nice guy. I leave that to them dudes that shoot hoops. I'd rather roll through in a new coupe with chicks that get 200 to do shoots. Rolling a shooby doobie while we listen to smooth grooves. Dude, I tried to told you I'm hot like magma and keep a mirror. I'm stashed up in the Dodge Magnum near the stash of the Magnums. Never know which one I'ma use. Right there, I got a couple people confused. Cause I never lose, and I never snooze. Pop shit, then I pop this shit, knock you out of your shoes. I shut down crews and rock tailor-made suits and Louis shoes. It's hard to do what I do. Stunning like Evil Knievel, keep a watch face see-through. I do this for my people, selling through they screen though. My mom said I was a walking felony, cause I kept 16s in the closet like Kelly. Shop with the sellers. Dogs ain't barking at them, chickens ain't clucking at them, pigs ain't searching at them, birds ain't chirping. I'ma hurt them up, hurt them up, hurt them up, hurt them up. I'm a hustler for real. My dogs ain't barking at them, chickens ain't clucking at them, pigs ain't searching at them, birds ain't chirping. I'ma hurt them up, hurt them up, hurt them up, hurt them up. I'm a hustler for real. Nah, dog, I'm not a mad rapper. I'm a disgruntled MC, and I teach you dudes about tussling with me. Truth is, I hate these marks. I should pour this jammy and spark and leave these rappers handicap park. And when you see your boy out, bow down or kiss the ring. With a crew about myself, I ain't worried about a thing. This is Shot City, man. Where the f you from? How your chick can't go if she ain't gobbling. My partner Supreme told me flows hard on these monkeys. I hit pro gyms and told them make my wrist chunky. Chain hung like donkey. And for them dudes who wanted nickname beautiful, keep them brass on me. Homie, I'm funky like woo. Leg shots to let you know that I'm serious. When them blocks get hot, I'm in the streets bare chested. I got money invested. These detested. My dogs ain't barking at them, chickens ain't clucking at them, pigs ain't searching at them, birds ain't chirping. I'ma hurt them up, hurt them up, hurt them up, hurt them up. I'm a hustler for real. My dogs ain't barking at them, chickens ain't clucking at them, pigs ain't searching at them, birds ain't chirping. I'ma hurt them up, hurt them up. Serious in this mother.
This ain't the young and restless. You could say the drama like support boy. Put your life on pause like a comma. When you cutting corners and you stacking money, and turn comedians, man, they get to acting funny. I know the MCs, the real MCs. Same old same dude, man, them was shopping with me. Get a pumpkin head in front of your little daughter. You a broke pop machine, get you out of order. I'ma come and get you. Don't make me hit your shells like a snail or an armadillo. Watch your blue lights with the blue film. Slice it, make him look like he got gills. This ain't artificial, man, this real. Throw him in Lake Michigan and hope the nigga can't swim. And if he can't, I guess he won't live. Giving names, get your change, he ain't hate a bill. They nothing, Charlie. Let's go. I am the grain.
Chickens ain't clucking at them, pigs ain't searching at them, birds ain't chirping. I'ma hurt them up, hurt them up, hurt them up, hurt them up. I'm a hustler for real.
Ha 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 ha.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Ha 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 ha. This following segment has been brought to you by the best barber in all of the Tampa Bay area, Rich Cayley Master Barbershop at richkbarber.com. When you go there at 4545 West Kennedy Boulevard, and you tell him I sent you, he will hook you up and you'll save $10. This is also being brought to you by counselingoncall.net. If you live in Maryland or Florida and you need help with your mental health, go to counselingoncall.net and tell them I sent you. This is also being brought to you by Amir Academy of Martial Arts at amiracademy.com. The best trainer in all the Bay Area. Whatever you need, go there. This is also being brought to you by westchaseprinting.com, the best printing company in all of the Bay Area. On the invoice, tell them I sent you. All right, we're going to come back on Hoppe Hour and keep this party going after this.
Now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
Hey, this is Lex Staley with the Lex and Terry Radio Network. We are nationally syndicated, and this guy is so much better than we are. So you should get back to the Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
That Ryan Hoppe got a vasectomy? Well, now you... Did you know that Ryan Hoppe got a vasectomy? Well, now you know, and we aren't even sure why we told you. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
What everyone else is afraid to say, Ryan Hoppe will say for you. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Ryan Hoppe, he's a wild card, blood beast. Hoppe Hour madness, a verbal feast. Lines hit harder than a boxer's twist. Radio circus can't predict this. Show PPE, tune in, dive deep. Hours never dull, no time for sleep. Laughter erupts, echoes, no retreat. Hoppe, the ringleader, beast that leap. Spins a tail while ride, no rest. Guests drop gems, put the mic to the test. Topics untamed, visions got cess. Ryan Hoppe, a lion never second best. Show PPE, tune in, dive deep. Hours never dull, no time for sleep. Laughter erupts, echoes, no retreat. Hoppe, the ringleader, beats that leap.
Whoa! Hoppe Hot Topic!
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood. But one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of, and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge.
I've heard this before, so like a catch and kill.
Catch and kill, correct.
Ariel Mitchell-Kidd, an attorney representing one of Sean Diddy Combs' latest accusers, says she's been contacted regarding the sale of an alleged Diddy tape. In an exclusive interview with News Nation, the lawyer claims another big name is featured in the explicit alleged clip.
Who?
Can you, and I guess you can't reveal the person who is on
No, I
tape.
can't explain who the person was, but
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
I will say probably Usher, maybe Obama, who knows. We're going to move on. 856-49-HOPPE, 856-494-6773. Here, right, it says here, Diddy interview with Wendy Williams resurfaces where host acts cagey when disgraced mogul said he met his son backstage. That was a threat. Everything Diddy ever said was a threat. The guy's a creep. Never liked him. I mean, his music's not bad. If you're going to say Diddy makes bad music, then you're lying or you don't know about music. All right, here it is. Right now on Hoppe Hour. He loves that age.
As the mother of a now 16-year-old.
Mm-hmm. Who I met backstage,
He did?
He's a great young man.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
You represent a lot.
856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. Taylor Swift still with Travis despite being MIA at the last two NFL games. Here's what I think it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is there was that report that they were supposed to break up, and I think they are egomaniacs and they don't want to have the breakup be announced via a tabloid, so they're staying together and they're probably not hanging out. And Travis is cheating on her all the time. 856 49 Hoppe. We just got a few things left here. I don't really see anything interesting. So if you live in Colorado, that is where the most cocaine is done. And I have a lot of friends that moved from Colorado to Florida, and that doesn't surprise me at all. Speaking of Colorado, that really worked. I can't stand Colorado University. I cannot stand the Buffaloes. I think Deion Sanders is overrated. I think he's a tool. And they made a poster when they played UCF, the University of Central Florida in Orlando, where number 7, who I believe is Sanders, he is walking in water, and it says, "Beware of sharks." And the hurricane just happened. And whoever made that is the biggest moron ever. 856-49 Hoppe, just doing a speed round here. Insiders reveal how jealous Lana Del Rey has divided her husband's family. Jeremy Dufresne, who is a alligator tour guide, and her petty demand about his ex's crystals. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this relationship is not going to last that long. America's worst mayor, Tiffany Henyard, and her boyfriend are served with eviction notice. It's quite funny.
Old Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard has a new crisis on her hands. She's
being a dumb bitch?
Being booted out of her home. Fox 32 has obtained copies of an eviction notice filed in Cook County Court against Henyard and her boyfriend, Kamal Woods. Henyard has been renting a home in the 14600 block of South Harvard for the past
I bet she loves that her address was put out there.
3 years, but the owner of the home told us Henyard and Woods are behind on the rent and owe more than $3,300. The notice also says Henyard has refused to allow an inspection of that property. Now,
yeah, if there's ever been a more guilty politician, tell me, because I think she is the most guilty one of all time. Laura Loomer renews her war with Marjorie Taylor Greene over Hurricane Helene and a college football game with Trump. I don't even need to read this headline. So supposedly everyone thinks that Trump and her are in like a relationship or an affair. And I'm going to tell you, I don't need to read any more of it to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that Donald Trump has cheated on his wife again, or he's cheated on his wife many times in the past. And I'm sure him and Laura Loomer are having repulsive sex. The idea of Donald Trump having sex makes me sick. So I'm going to end the show because I need to go to the bathroom.
Tick-tock, clock's a joker playing cruel pranks. Hoppe's hour almost done, feels like robbery in banks. Ryan Hoppe on the mic, dropping wisdom in streams. Syndicated sorrow, now it's time to shatter dreams. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. But the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. DHX to FM, shoutouts hit the street, but soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. Phone lines buzzing, but the laughter's growing dim. Eardrums mixing Hoppe like fingers without rings. DHX to FM, shoutouts hit the street, but soon the sound will vanish like shadows in the heat. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. Oh, life's just so unfair. Like clockwork to a show, and now it's time to face the silence like a TV on snow. Ryan Hoppe held the mic with humor so divine, the void left in our hearts wider than a canyon line. Empty speakers, silent vibe, but coming to an end like a roller coaster stopping round the river's bend. Hoppe's jokes and jabs, these are daily grind. Now silence louder than the thoughts we can't rewind. Oh, the Hoppe hour is coming to a close. Radio waves fading like a wilting rose. Laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair. The Hoppe hour is coming to a close. laughter and joy dissolving in the air, but we'll keep the rhythm. Oh, life's just so unfair.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
And like that,
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
I'll kick you in the nuts and we'll call it a day.
Hoppe Hour is now over.
Happy Hour is now over.